Hi Brandon, this is Josh out at Encore. I just want to show you this gauge cluster bezel, see if I can get your approval on it so I can get something shipped out to you. But we did go with grade B, so there are going to be flaws. I just got to go over them with you and see if it's something you're okay with. This piece is really in excellent looking condition. To the untrained eye, you wouldn't even know there was anything wrong with this. I'm too picky for that. I guess you could say I'm a trained eye, so there were a couple things that I saw that either were little stress cracks that I wanted to reinforce, or something that was a little more than just stress cracked that still needed just being reinforced. But there are no holes in this piece, there are no deep scratches in this piece. I think when installed you won't even notice any of the little repair work that I did on it. And it's got the gasket intact with a lot of the factory little clips there. So most importantly, I think, are usually these mounting areas down here. I did put a skim of JB Weld on here only because there are some, like, right, you can see that right there, just a small stress fracture over here as well. And on the back side, I just put, like I said, a little skim coat of JB Weld and then a little black paint just to kind of help it blend in. But nothing major. I wasn't doing major surgery on it. I'm just doing kind of more preventative maintenance so that you can install this and hopefully everything stays together forever. Inside either these headlight or hazard switch holes, I did see a stress crack out of this corner, and I believe out of this corner, because I've got some repairs done there. But from the opposite side, and don't forget the switch will be installed in there, so you wouldn't see any of this stuff. But I did come through here and I put a little bit of just JB Weld just in case there's any vibration or anything going on in here, and there is a little bit of stress when you use the switches. So you can see just a little bit of repair work there, but when installed the switches are all the way out here. So it's not anything you see when installed. That's what I said. When installed, I really don't see that there's any flaw. You won't see any flaws to it, but they are repairs that I've done. And then I think the biggest thing I tried to do was down in this area. There was like 3 cracks. I don't know what from. All the plastic was there. I just took a glob, I guess you could say, and covered all of that, front and back side. So whatever this, there was like a, I don't know, like a pistachio nut shell shape right here, just like a half moon shape right here of cracked plastic. So I globbed on some over all the, it was like maybe two pieces, I would say, individually. It was still attached and everything. It was just a half moon and a crack and a crack. So when installed in the car, you'd have to be down here to even see, and it's actually even behind, so it almost faces down into the dashboard. So because there's no exposed really damage, oh, and I almost always check these ones up by the windshield, and I put a little brace of some glue right there as well, almost always. So there was no plastic missing, just a couple small fractures that I went ahead and just put a little extra on there, so first time you use it, doesn't continue to crack or break. I think there was a small line of something right here because I put a little glue right there. But that's really about it as far as flaws that you may or may not see or may not exist. I just wanted to run it by you. We went grade B. I really think as far as how it looks, that's a pretty darn good looking grade B. Almost an A-, only because it's got so many of these little fractured areas. I can't call it an A. So I think for what we spent on this and what's available right now, I mean, they don't make these aftermarket, so I'm going with the best used stuff I got. I think that's a pretty good B. That's a good solid B, maybe even a B+, because there is no structural damage to any of the mounting points. But I just want to run it by you. Let me know what you think. No glue residue from an old tollway pass or radar detector or anything like that. I see that a lot. No alarm holes, no tachometer mount holes. Just the ones that'll be behind the headlight or hazard switch that you won't see when installed. The ones that are behind the dash area here that you will not see when installed. This stuff obviously is not seen when installed. And this one down here, if you really want to look for it, you can see it when it's installed, but the way that it mounts in the vehicle, you would have to be up looking from the dashboard almost at that. So think that's pretty good. I need you to say the same, and then if I can get your approval, I'll get this out right away. So thanks for your patience and your business. Talk to you soon.